An athlete who comes along not once in a generation, but perhaps once in the history of a sport. For the last decade, Tiger Woods has dominated professional golf so completely that he has changed the game and come to exemplify the pursuit of excellence. Tiger has been ranked #1 in the world longer than any other competitor.
Tiger Woods doesn't hand out compliments. For 2 decades, he dominated golf with a coldness that made rivals feel invisible. Most players never got a word of praise from him, but there are 5 names that broke through that wall. 5 legends who earned something Tiger almost never gives: his respect. And what he respects about each of them reveals exactly what he was chasing his entire career. Tiger spent 683 weeks as world #1. He won 82 PGA Tour events and 15 major championships. When someone like that tells you who impressed him, you listen. Because his respect isn't about popularity. It's a technical verdict from the greatest player of his generation. And he didn't respect these 5 players for being famous. He respected them for mastering specific parts of the game that he himself spent decades trying to perfect. The first name is Ben Hogan. And what Tiger respects about Hogan isn't his toughness or his major championships. It's something deeper. Tiger has said that in the entire history of golf, only 2 players truly owned their swings. One was a Canadian eccentric named Mo Norman. The other was Ben Hogan. To Tiger, owning your swing means you didn't build it from a coach's advice. You dug it out of the dirt yourself. Trial and error, pain and repetition. And Hogan did exactly that. Tiger sees Hogan as a mirror of his own obsession. Hogan spent his days on the range hitting balls until his hands bled. He was hunting for what he called the secret, a way to control ball flight so precisely that luck disappeared. Tiger did the same thing. He rebuilt his swing multiple times during his career, and critics couldn't understand why. But Tiger wasn't chasing wins. He was chasing ownership, the kind Hogan had. Tiger studied Hogan's pivot action, the way Hogan used his lower body to drive the club. Tiger tried to replicate that in his own swing changes. He respected that Hogan didn't rely on timing or feel. He built a machine that could perform under crushing pressure. When Jack Nicklaus was once asked if Tiger was the best ball striker he'd ever seen, Nicklaus corrected the interviewer and said, "No, Ben Hogan was." Tiger accepted that. He viewed Hogan's ball striking as the standard he could chase, but maybe never fully reach. There's a quote from Hogan that Tiger has referenced throughout his career. Hogan said a shot that goes in the cup is pure luck, but a shot to within 2 feet of the flag is skill. That philosophy became central to how Tiger played iron shots, especially at Augusta National. You control the flight, you control the landing, but the turf and gravity control the roll. Tiger built his entire approach game around that idea, but the technical respect is only half of it. The emotional core comes from trauma. On February 2nd, 1949, Ben Hogan was driving when his car collided head-on with a Greyhound bus. He threw himself across the passenger seat to save his wife. The move saved his life but left him with a crushed pelvis, a fractured collarbone, and a destroyed ankle. Doctors said he might never walk again. 16 months later, Hogan won the 1950 U.S. Open at Marion. On February 23, 2021, Tiger Woods crashed his SUV in Los Angeles. He suffered open fractures to his tibia and fibula. Ankle injuries were so severe that doctors considered amputation. Parallels are haunting. And Tiger has called Hogan's comeback the greatest feat in the history of the sport. It became the blueprint for his own recovery. At the 2019 Ben Hogan Award dinner, Tiger talked openly about his injuries and referenced what he called the Hogan template: limited play, high pain tolerance, and a refusal to give up. Tiger has been seen doing what people call the Hogan squat on the practice range, biomechanical exercises that preserve the body while generating power. He understands the agony of playing golf on a broken body, the wrapping of the legs, the inability to practice for hours, the reliance on mental toughness when your physical game is gone. That shared experience created a bond of respect that no healthy player could ever access. Hogan proved it was possible, and Tiger followed him through the fire. Before we go further, if you're enjoying this breakdown of what Tiger actually values, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. Who do you think had the better comeback, Hogan in 1950 or Tiger in 2019? Let me know below. The second player Tiger respects is Jack Nicklaus. And if Hogan is the ghost haunting Tiger's swing, Nicklaus is the giant standing at the finish line. The relationship between Tiger and Jack is defined by one number: 18. Jack's record for major championship victories. But Tiger's respect for Nicklaus goes beyond math. It's about mental toughness, strategic thinking, the ability to will the ball into the hole when it mattered most. Tiger can tell you exactly where his respect for Nicklaus began. April 13th, 1986. Tiger was 10 years old, sitting in front of a television. Jack Nicklaus was 46, considered past his prime. And on that Sunday at Augusta National, Nicklaus charged through the back nine and won his 6th green jacket. Tiger has said that Jack's reactions over those final holes made an impression on him that never faded. He wanted to be where Jack was, doing what Jack was doing. That moment didn't just teach Tiger how to swing a club, it taught him how to win. Tiger watched Jack's demeanor that day, the focused stare, the deliberate pace, the refusal to crack under pressure. Jack didn't win that Masters with physical dominance. He won with belief, with strategy, with an iron will that refused to accept defeat. That planted a seed in Tiger that grew into a lifelong obsession with Nicklaus's records. Tiger spent his entire career chasing 18 majors because of what he saw that day. Tiger regards Nicklaus as the toughest mind the game has ever seen. He often quotes Jack's philosophy on confidence. Nicklaus said confidence is the most important single factor in golf, and the only way to get it and keep it is through work. Tiger built his mental game on that foundation. He respected that Jack never engaged in self-pity on the course. Jack had the ability to forget a bad shot instantly. Tiger calls it having a tough mind, and in his view, a tough mind is one that turns triple bogeys into lessons, not losses. Tiger also respected Jack's physical game. Both of them were unique in golf history. They were simultaneously the longest hitters and the best putters of their generations. Tiger holds deep respect for Nicklaus's long iron play. The one iron is a club of mythic difficulty. Lee Trevino once joked that not even God can hit a one iron, but Nicklaus was the master of it. He famously hit the flagstick with a one iron at Pebble Beach during the 1972 U.S. Open. Tiger, who used a two iron to dominate courses like Royal Liverpool in 2006, understood the sheer athleticism required. He viewed Nicklaus not just as a thinker, but as a power player who laid the groundwork for Tiger's own bomb and gouge style. Tiger has often defended Nicklaus against modern critics. He said that Jack is the greatest champion who ever lived, that nobody has been as consistent for as long. He points to Jack's 19 runner-up finishes in majors not as failures but as evidence of superhuman consistency. Tiger tried to emulate that, and even though he fell short of 18 majors, his respect for Nicklaus never wavered. Because Jack wasn't just a benchmark, he was proof that dominance could last decades. The third player is Phil Mickelson, and this one is complicated. For most of their careers, the narrative was simple. Tiger was the robot. Phil was the gambler. Tiger was ruthless. Phil was smiling. The media loved the rivalry. But beneath that, Tiger developed a specific respect for Phil that he rarely admits in public. And it centers on one thing: Phil's hands. Tiger Woods is widely considered to have one of the greatest short games in history, but in private moments, he's conceded that Phil's hands are on another level. Tiger has acknowledged that while his short game was elite, players like Seve Ballesteros and Phil Mickelson had a natural creative flair that Tiger had to work tirelessly to replicate. Tiger describes Phil's ability to see shots that don't exist for other players. The flop shot is the perfect example. High risk, high reward. It requires an irrational amount of confidence. That respect was cemented in 2012 at Pebble Beach. The final round was billed as a heavyweight fight. Tiger versus Phil in the second-to-last group. Tiger was expected to dominate. Instead, Phil shot a bogey-free 64. Tiger shot 75, it wasn't even close. And Tiger's reaction was telling. He didn't deflect or make excuses. He gave genuine praise. He said Phil played really good, that he was hitting it flush, and that his wedge game was right on the money. Tiger watched helplessly as Phil saved pairs from impossible lies. Phil didn't just beat him. He outplayed him in the areas Tiger prided himself on. 2020, Phil wrote Tiger a note. It was public and sincere. He said, "Thank you for everything you've done for this game. No one has benefited more than me." Tiger appreciated that gesture because it acknowledged the economics of their era. Tiger drove prize money up, and Phil, as the clear number 2, benefited immensely. Tiger respected Phil for maintaining his own identity, despite being constantly overshadowed. Tiger also views Phil as his only intellectual peer on tour. Their methods are different. Tiger is the inductive tactician. Phil is the deductive scientist. But Tiger respects Phil's deep understanding of the game's physics. He's praised Phil's ability to fix his game mid-round. When Tiger struggled with his own short game in 2015, he referenced Phil's ability to never lose his touch. Tiger held himself to that same standard because of Phil's adaptability. The fourth player is Seve Ballesteros, and if Hogan is the mechanic and Nicklaus the architect, Seve is the magician. Tiger's respect for the late Spanish legend is rooted in imagination, creativity, and the ability to manufacture a score from absolute disaster. Tiger sees Seve as the spiritual forefather of his own escape artist capabilities. The deepest expression of Tiger's respect comes from their time together at Augusta National. Tiger has recalled playing practice rounds with Seve and Jose Maria Olazabal. In those rounds, the competition wasn't about score, it was about creativity. Tiger described watching Seve explain shots around Augusta's complex greens as a revelation. He said it was artful, just how much spin you need, where you need to land it, where it needs to kick. Tiger noted that Seve looked like he didn't try to do anything mechanical, he just understood it. That quote is significant because it highlights what Tiger felt he lacked naturally. Tiger was a made player, built by hours of repetition and coaching from his father. Seve was a natural, born with a feel for the club head that couldn't be taught. Tiger revered that intuition. Sev didn't discuss wrist angles or swing planes. He discussed how the ball interacted with the turf and the air. To Tiger, that was wizardry. Tiger also defends Sev's style of play, which purists often criticized for being erratic. The most famous example is the parking lot shot at the 1979 Open Championship. Sev drove his ball into a temporary car park. He dropped it, hit a wedge to the green, made birdie. Some called him the car park champion as an insult. Tiger views it as a badge of honor. He argues that one shot doesn't define a champion. The ability to find a way to win defines the champion. Sev hit only 3 fairways in the final round, but still won. Tiger emulated that in his own way during the 2008 US Open, winning on a broken leg from the rough. Tiger's greatest regret about Seve is that their primes didn't overlap. By the time Tiger arrived in 1996, Seve's back was failing and his game was fading. Tiger has said he would have loved to play against Seve in his prime. When Seve died in 2011, Tiger paid emotional tribute. He acknowledged that while he surpassed Seve's records, he could never replicate his charisma or his ability to make the golf ball dance. That's the highest form of respect Tiger can give, admitting there's something another player did that he can't. The fifth and final player is Sam Snead, and Sam holds a unique place in Tiger's mind. He's the target. For Tiger's entire career, the number 82 loomed over everything. Sam Snead's record for PGA Tour victories. Tiger tied that record at the 2019 Zozo Championship. It was the completion of a lifelong mission. But beyond the number, Tiger respects Sam as the prototype of the athlete golfer, a man whose rhythm and physical ability allowed him to win across 4 decades. The foundation of this respect is a story Tiger has told many times. In 1982, 6-year-old Tiger Woods played 2 holes with Sam Snead during an exhibition in California. On one of the par 3s, Tiger hit his ball into a creek. Snead, playing the kind elder, told the kid to just pick it up. Tiger refused. His father had taught him to play it as it lies. So Tiger went into the hazard, played the ball out, and made bogey. Snead made par. Tiger later said the only time he ever got to play with Sam Snead was 2 down through 2 holes. That story is crucial. It shows that Tiger never viewed Snead as a relic. He viewed him as an opponent he failed to beat. That loss gnawed at him for 37 years. It fueled his chase to catch Snead's win total. It also shows the respect Tiger had for Snead's game even in his later years. Snead didn't let the kid win, and that's what Tiger valued. Tiger respects Snead as the greatest natural athlete the game has ever seen. Snead was famous for his flexibility. He could kick the top of a door frame well into his 70s. Tiger, who revolutionized golf fitness, sees Snead as the original version of himself, a player who dominated through superior conditioning and range of motion. Tiger studied Snead's rhythm. He describes it as effortless power. Snead's longevity, winning at age 52, was due to that fluidity. As Tiger's body has fused and stiffened over the years, he's looked to Snead's tempo as a model for how to compete as a senior golfer. When Tiger tied the record at 82 wins, he spoke about consistency. Do it for that long of a period of time. That's what he said he was most proud of. He views Snead not just as a golfer, but a marathon runner who survived the test of time. Nicklaus is the king of the majors. Snead is the king of the tour. Tiger is the only man to conquer both. So what does this all mean? By identifying these 5 players, Tiger didn't just list his heroes. He deconstructed golf into its elemental perfections. From Hogan, he sought the swing, the ability to control ball flight so precisely that luck disappears. Nicklaus, he sought the mind, the ability to think clearly under suffocating pressure and intimidate with presence alone. From Mickelson, he sought the hands, the delicate touch that saves payers and breaks spirits. From Ballesteros, he sought the heart, the imagination to see a path where none exists. And from Snead, he sought the body, the athletic rhythm to dominate across generations. Tiger's respect is a mirror. By studying who he respects, we understand who he is. He's the technical heir to Hogan, the competitive heir to Nicklaus, creative heir to Sev, longevity heir to Snead, and the rival peer of Mickelson. His reverence for these 5 men validates their legacies. As the greatest player of the modern era, his endorsement is the final seal of approval. It ensures that the stories of the high kick, the parking lot shot, the 1-iron, the pivot, and the flop shot remain in the memory of the sport forever. If this gave you a new perspective on what Tiger values, drop a comment about which of these 5 legends you respect most and why. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do that now. Because understanding what the greatest players respect is how you start thinking like a champion yourself.